on YouTube, so apologies, but we're gonna go into pre-roll now. I have no idea what's going on with it.
But here's pre-roll! Yay, pre-roll!
It's a pre-roll.
Pre-roll! What the hell? That's so weird. It only does it on this one, too. Oh, that's special. You hear it?
I did.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Everything okay?
No, I've been kind of down.
Same.
Wait, you're not talking.
You're on the top of the screen though. Down.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
You're on top again, Larry!
Yeah! Live for the interwebs. It's the podcast that likes it on top. Guys, Games and Beer.
Yay!
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, like that.
In all honesty, man, it's only Tuesday and it feels like it should be Friday.
This show ain't getting better. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much.
You gotta drink more, Rob.
If 2020 wasn't bad enough, we've got another episode of Guys, Games, and Beer.
Thank you. That does pretty well sum up 2020. Wait, we have one more episode for you.
The show that's as loathed by its staff as it is by its viewers.
So let's start with what's everybody drinking tonight. I don't have the order on my screen right now. Who's ever first on the list? Go first.
Oh. Am I? No. Am I?
Well, you're first on the list.
I am first.
What are
Jesus.
you
I'm first.
drinking?
Oh, okay. I wasn't looking. Okay, so yeah, Rattler. Cherry limeade
Ooh.
flavored.
Who's that?
Good shit.
Who's the brewer?
Boulevard.
Boulevard. Oh.
They're based out of Missouri, I think.
Why does it look like
YouTube's doing nothing?
no that Ben's in the wrong voice channel?
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Drag him?
I dragged him.
Maybe just talk to the other guy.
Yeah, I think he still is, but
He was in the middle
Not
of the
anymore.
conversation and he just gets yanked right
I
out.
just yanked him into here. So, all right. So who's next on the list? Larry, you're next.
I am drinking Heineken Zero.
That was
And I'll be honest with you, I've had recently occasion to try many different non-alcoholic beers, and Heineken Zero or 0.0 is probably one of the best ones. It
Okay.
tastes like an actual beer. Like most of them, it feels like something's missing, and of course we know what's missing. And but with this Heineken, with this beer, you really don't miss it the same as you do with a lot of other NAs. So
All right.
Hey, you know what?
yeah,
There's us.
There's us. Hey, Ben, what are you drinking?
I'm not drinking right now. I'm fighting these two monsters at once.
Ooh.
I've heard of that before. I've heard of that happen.
Yeah, those
So
two.
you're fighting the
The
monsters?
two one-eyed monsters.
Yeah.
Dude, I get voice as shit, and I still rock at PSO too.
I hear some antibiotics for that.
Right.
All right, we'll jump back to me and Rob in a moment. Okay, Travis, what are you drinking?
I got that OG as usual, man.
Nice.
Original gangster.
That's it. How can you go wrong?
Sorry, we're gonna keep doing this because
Ryan, what are you drinking?
YouTube.
Nothing. Just water.
All right. Hey.
Yeah, we're siding tonight.
Oops, fudge me. Hold on. Sorry, this is gonna be me, guys. I goofed up here. Sorry. All right. Forgot to silence my phone. Bad time. Rob, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking PBR and wait, where is it? I've got No, I'm not gonna drink black. No, I am so done with the black label. I think that the black label. I think the black labels really caused us enough pain and suffering. By the way, welcome on there, YouTube.
Hey, you too.
That's it.
for some reason it feels like it should stream everything private when you start. So,
No.
I don't know. But anyway, I'm trying last week's Drink Wisconsinably, Wisconsin Lager. Was this from 2 weeks ago? guys remember? 2 weeks, right?
I don't remember.
Nobody remembers.
Well, we were talking about
The drink responsibly. I want to say 2 weeks ago.
I really miss pregnant pauses.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that that's there.
Yeah, but we have to abort it, so you know.
All right. So, and I am going to be.
Mr. Freaking Paul.
I think we've done this one on the show before. I forget when. It's been a while since we did
We
this.
were gonna do it on.
Oh, that's right.
But what happened was COVID happened,
Oh.
and I started drinking them.
Okay, so there is I got a barrel-aged Imperial
Sorry about
Stout
that.
here. I'm actually going to review this one real quick. Green Man, Demon Dweller. It's their barrel-aged Imperial Stout.
And it's been dropped, by the way.
Yeah,
Not
we
recently,
know.
though. That's the good news.
Yeah. So where are they out of?
You know, I don't know. I threw out the container for it.
Yeah, it doesn't say on here. Yeah. So I don't even know what brewer they are. Yes, I do. It's Green Man is the name of the brewery, I'm sure. Demon Dweller is their barrel-aged stout. Let's give it a try and see how it is.
It's
Rather-
it's
rather
one of
have
the
tried
sticker
it.
beers. Sticker beer. You did too. We had it.
That's right, we did.
We did.
And it's a bourbon barrel-aged stout, and
It's
yes,
good stuff, right?
you can taste the bourbon.
That's some good stuff.
That is good. Not a big stout drinker, but
I kind of wish it would have gone to a real beer court, but
this tastes more like a bourbon, so I'm okay with that.
I want to say that it fought off the COVID quite well.
Yeah, but the COVID outlasted it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Rob, now that we've all gone through what the hell we're drinking, what are we doing here tonight?
We're gonna do something very Wisconsin.
This is Wisconsin-y.
We're talking a little bit about bowling games. What's your favorite bowling game? I think for the first round, we're just gonna mention. I think we're just gonna mention one because I'm afraid people are gonna step on each other's.
I agree. Keep it to one.
Okay, I think Larry knows of at least 20 by himself, and I know of quite a few that I like. But we'll stick it to one, and then we'll like what doesn't get thrown in, we're gonna have to bring up because I'm gonna bet there's some good ones out there that we're not gonna bring up right away. So let's start. Let's start at the top. Wait, I can't see the top.
It's me, Rob. Of course you can't see it. It's very lonely up
There,
there.
oh, there you are. Yeah. Go ahead.
Elf bowling.
I knew.
I know.
Yes!
No, but good you brought it up because that was going to be my
Way
primary.
to go, Dallas. Oh yes.
How can you pass on this? Continue,
So
Dallas.
I did not say this to say it'd be a favorite per se. I said this because this is the number one bowling game that comes to my mind outside of bowling itself. And number two, that's generally for a lot of people. Number three is the only bowling game I could think of. Like I might play it once when I was in middle school, and I remember that being a viral hit
It was
for some reason.
No, it really was a very viral hit.
Well, you were running.
It's not just like some random Christmas Flash game, and then everybody's playing it for some reason. You know, it's like it's the Flappy Bird of its day.
It very much.
It was
Elf movie. It was Christmas. It was Elf.
Yes, and you got to remember, it came out in '99.
That was great.
Yeah, it came out in '99.
I have
It
to
was,
say,
it was viral enough for a movie to be made about it.
there was
You want to Google Elf
there's an Elf bowling movie.
Wait a minute, there was a movie?
Yes, if you Google Elf Bowling the movie, I apologize in advance.
You know what? You know what though? I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna
Well,
watch that.
Christmas
That's all we can
movie.
do.
It's been there.
Yeah, featuring Brown Wicker Christmas, Elf Bowling the goddamn movie. Yes.
And his brother saying goodbye to tell me on pirates? Question mark. That's where the fun begins in this madcap adventure where Santa must go to Fiji to retrieve the elves, kidnap
Yeah.
people, and save Christmas.
Yes, did you know Santa Claus used to be like a pirate king or some shit? I didn't. I don't feel enriched at all. I'm not a better person. And what does it have to do with buying fucking bowling? I don't know. I really don't. But yes, it was popular enough for a movie coming out that nobody knew about.
I like a feature length.
A feature-length movie? Jesus, Jesus,
That's
bro.
the downside.
Wow.
That's just extra time you have to sit through it.
Okay, that is brown liquor Christmas material. Hey,
Oh,
real
it
quick.
is.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
All right, who's next on the list?
You could actually be in the chat.
Yeah, why aren't you in the chat, Scott?
Oh, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, Scott. Sit there on your YouTube.
Just grab it in, do it. Let's do it.
I can't until he gets onto Discord.
Um,
Like I dragged your ass in, Ben. All right, who's next? Larry, I think you're next on the list, right?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
All right,
You know, I just kind of wanted to mention in general on the topic that, it's funny that bowling doesn't jump to your mind as like a system must have, right? But it seems like every system has at least one, maybe several bowling games for it. And some of them are even quite noted. Maybe because they sucked, maybe because they were fun. So, and I can't think of one that really, mapped the system more than bowling on the Wii.
oh, nice call.
Good call.
There you go. Yeah, you know what? It nailed it.
it really did.
Yeah, that game nailed it.
I mean, when you think about it, it's like, okay, I mean, it brought the system into retirement communities, and they created leagues, and there was people who bought bowling bags to carry their controllers, and it really became this sort of a life to itself.
That's awesome.
No, that is a very good point, and it also made it helped sell the Wii. I mean,
Yeah.
that was one of the games that actually sold the original Wii, especially to, like you said, an elderly community who normally wouldn't have gotten to gaming. But the bowling was so spot on and had the physical feel of bowling, besides those cool shoes that you don't get to wear that are hard and leather and, well, yeah, okay. But besides the feel of those shoes, it had a good feel to it. And an elderly could do it. The controls were very natural. If you bowled in real life, you could pretty much bowl on the Wii.
Yeah, you'd take a couple of bad tosses, but once you got it, boy, you were
Yeah.
right on it.
Yeah.
So, the guys that run our old data center, way back when the Wii first came out, Red Anvil, they bought that day one just to play Wii bowling, and we hooked up the projector over at the data center because they had meeting centers.
Right.
And we were all playing it on the projector. It was amazing. It was just so great. Great game.
No, again, that game the bowling sold a ton of Wiis. It's one of those definitive games that you can clearly say that's the game people bought the system for.
That was a system song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what sold it, because it's a family experience. It's not just catered to one demographic. Anybody can jump in and play it.
Very much
And I
so.
Or kid or retirees,
And I think it gets down to why bowling is on every system is that in the end it's simple and fun.
Yeah, it's recognizable.
You can just play it, you can take a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes and just play it, and it's just fun.
Well,
I'm
gonna argue the recognizable point with you a little bit, Dallas. I've seen some bowling games, dude. I've seen some bowling games.
Scott, I unmuted you. So, you know.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Scott.
So, I have several others in the background, but you asked to limit to one for now. So
For now.
I'll wait for the
We
second.
don't want to
one.
knock them all out. We don't want to knock all the pins down right away. We'll come back and
Yeah,
get them up.
we're gonna go for that split. All right, who's next on the list?
Scott's next on the list.
All right, Scott. What do you got for bowling games?
The bowling games, I'm gonna have to go with the Capcom Stand-Up Arcade, only because I had a small laundromat near my house when I was growing up as a boy that had it there. They had that machine and Tron,
Ooh.
which is how I got to know both those
Scott.
games. And my first bowling experience on a video game was the Capcom stand-up at a small laundromat, so I'm going to have to go with that one. There are many other systems that it's bowling. It can go pretty good on a lot of small systems. I kind of agree with Larry on the Wii. I think that probably brought it home to a lot of people. And right now, if I'm going to play it, I usually do bowling on my 3DS. But I fell in love with video bowling from the stand-up arcade. Thank you, Capcom.
Way to go.
That's a good one to fall for.
Oh, are we?
Yeah,
Are
and
we
I
close to
threw
something?
a few picks in the Discord for both the Wii and the Camcon. I was ready for that.
Yeah, I would say as a close second though, the NES Championship Bowling might go as a close second, only because it's a 4-player game, and I really like NES 4-player games.
Darn it, that's 3 of them!
Yeah, careful there, guys, careful.
Don't blow the load!
Don't blow the load. All right, who's next?
We got Ben next.
Ben!
Well, I'm just gonna go with the classic,
No!
fucking, what's in the bar all the time? It's Golden Tee, but reskin for bowling.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is.
Golden Tee bowling.
It's, I forget what the
Golden balls.
Is it world class bowling maybe?
Something like that. I know that.
Or Strike?
But that's it, something strike. But that is
Counter Strike.
Silver Strike.
Silver Strike.
Silver Strike, that's the one.
Yeah, that is just a reskinned.
Nobody went for Counter Strike? Nobody wanted to go for Counter Strike, huh?
That is just
Nobody wanted to bite on that one.
It is just a reskinned Golden Tee machine.
Somebody's posting
Yeah.
King of.
I think they actually have some that have both in it too.
They have what?
And ones
Both
that
games in
have,
it.
they also have like bag,
Bitch.
which is terrible, and like lawn darts. But that's all the same machine, so I'm not mentioning a different game.
Thank you.
So don't at me, AARP.
All right, who's next on the list?
Patrick's up there. He got skipped, I think. Patrick, did you get skipped?
I don't think Patrick was there before.
Actually, I was not here.
Oh, okay.
See?
I'm gonna
He snuck
come back
in
and
on
pick
you.
you up because you were posted one of my personal favorites too.
Oh, the original Atari.
Heck yeah, that game was awesome.
I remember when I was 6 years old, it was like midnight, everybody was sleeping in the house. I bowled a 300 game on it, I screamed out loud, waking both my parents up.
He jumped. The screen of flash is beautiful.
My favorite part of that particular one is that you could control the ball in flight.
Yep, on some versions you could take that out. My uncle and I kept doing tie games, so we got rid of the. We chose one of the variants without the steering. Man, that's hard. By the way. I like the steering.
You mean like modes in the game itself?
Yeah,
like
dude, game select.
the default you could control it, but then you could turn that off.
Yup. You could.
And I think there was a mode where you got one. Like one ball movement change after you let go.
I think so.
Then
Yeah, I think there were different difficulties depending on what you wanted to,
but
how much control you had on it.
to be honest, the one you always pull out is the one where you can steer the ball. I mean, I think everybody loved that. That version of bowling is almost always like when people say, "Oh, Atari's irrelevant." Yeah, go play some bowling, a-hole, because that game's.
Well, and it is kind of funny. I mean, that's one of those things that people go back to, and like if you go to the Midwest Gaming Classic and that's sitting there, people are gonna play it.
They do.
People love it. Yep.
Hey, everybody say hi to Vidya. Hey, Vidya.
Good job. And yeah, that was a good one.
All right, who's next?
I think it's me.
All right. You can wait. You can jump back to you.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
You're
jump back to
moderated.
me. Let's skip me. Let's go to Travis.
For me, I really have to, and I'm going to choose one out of the three, and I'll come back to the other two. But there are three games that are very similar. Like this one is the one I like the most, the Super Bowl. I do like it a lot because of the character animations. Like it's like 2D sprites, and like they just got characters like really exaggerated. Like they just like make funny faces, and like it's a very lively bowling game. I think it adds a lot to the charm.
You're talking Super Bowling on the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, Super Bowling. It's just
great.
They're like mini characters, and like the way it cuts them is kind of cinematic. Like you see the ball kind of rolling down the aisle on one half of it, and then you're like your bowler's expression at the top, and the way it hits the pins will kind of like change their reactions or whatever. It's just I don't know. It's got a lot of character, so it's pretty amusing. I do have to say, like a lot of the games that I liked in the '90s, they didn't have trackball support, and that kind of sucks, but.
That game was good though. My uncle, that was another one. Atari Bowling, my uncle and I played a whole lot of, and Super Nintendo Bowling, Super Bowling was another one that my uncle and I played just constantly, and got really super competitive. It isn't on our side. I don't know. Somebody's got a bird.
Somebody's got a bird.
Somebody's got
Oh, that they're broadcasting from their backyard.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I'm good with it. I mean,
We're gonna do that one.
kind of added that little nature thing to you, but I was looking around the studio for the damn bird. All right.
I got a bird. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's actually that's probably Fantasy Star Online 2's menus.
Oh.
I like it.
All right.
I love that somebody got busted. Oh, sorry.
But it did sound like a
I
bird.
didn't say who it was.
My bad. No, it's obvious who it is.
All right.
So we got
I'm
Ryan.
not screaming it for God's sake.
All right.
Yeah.
Ryan busted.
So the one I have, let's see, I gotta get my pictures here. Spent a lot of time at my buddy's house in grade school. So
Yeah, that is cool.
one of the games we played a lot was 10th Frame on the Commodore 64.
Ooh.
Oh, so that
I'm not booing
That
that. I'm
was-
booing Tyler.
ooh, oh,
Not you, Tyler. That's
okay,
Tyler.
gotcha. So it was almost the same where you're going towards lane like the Wii bowling. It just said I thought the graphics for the people were pretty good back then. Almost seemed like higher resolution than what I thought the Commodore was doing at the time.
Do you have some
You
images?
want
you
to
put
love
up,
your
Bob?
pictures?
Oh, did you put it in
The
chat?
No, I'm bad at pictures, so let's see if I can find it here. I got too many.
Would you say you're banned at pictures?
Oh, look, drag and drop works. I never did that. There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go. Well, it's
10 frame.
pretty good.
And then
I'm gonna zoom it in.
the more interesting part is you can't just borrow the game for your buddy because if you don't have the dongle,
Ah.
Oh, it had a
you
dongle?
can't. You can
Oh,
play the game, but without the dongle,
I love that. It's literally a resistor across the
it's a resistor.
the
Yeah.
cassette port.
Who the hell?
Oh,
Who the hell thought a dongle for a bowling game was a good idea?
I don't know who would have thought that, but dongles were big back in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
I believe that and leaderboard golf because both of them are made, I think, by the same.
Leaderboard golf, I remember that one, but I had a hacked version of it anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you just.
Both use that cheap ass dongle.
What's funny is, yeah, because the code was, as I recall, clear, because you could just cut the code out of it.
For
As I
the
recall.
check the
'Cause I
dongle.
did the golf one.
And they probably
I hacked that one. It was like
They had-
clear as day.
They had a preloader in it, right?
Yeah, I was like, it was clear as day what they were doing. I thought it was mid code, but it was.
Oh man, all right.
It still was like 100% obvious because it was the only calls out.
yeah, it's calling on the
It's
cassette.
totally, yeah, it was the only thing.
You're gonna
calling
kind of
out
see
there.
that call.
It was really odd.
That is
Yeah.
weird.
Man.
All right. Who's next in the list?
All right. Well, it's us now, buddy.
All right,
You wanna go
let
first?
me go first. Okay, so I want to go back to what Travis talked about, but before I do that, I'm gonna go the opposite route, guys. I'm gonna talk about the absolute worst bowling game.
Oh my!
And it's hard to make a bad bowling game, but these guys succeeded. Let's see. Let me just get a picture for you first. Where is it here?
I am curious. I bet there's been some bad.
There have been some bad ones, but I guarantee you, this one Wait. I'm gonna start with something a little different first. Let me. I'm sorry, guys. Ryan, I got 1,000 pictures. Let's do that one first.
Most of them are of your testes.
Upload that.
Come on.
Yeah, well, they are. So, this is probably the absolute worst bowling game.
Is that kid like?
Throwing the ball at the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah.
but that
In all
works,
honesty,
isn't it?
if you played the game,
Wait a second.
It's weird bowling.
if you played the game, oh, Danny's got it up on the screen now too. If you played the game, you'd want to throw a ball at the screen too. So let's talk about physics. None. Let's talk about collision. Yeah, maybe if you hit it, it'll disappear, but chances are no, it won't. You can graze things in here. There's no a pin in any bowling game. When you hit a pin, it may knock down the pin next to it. No, not in this game. So, needless to say, getting a strike is pretty much impossible because there's no pins floating around or slamming around. It randomly, I think, just decides, okay, well, that one was kind of close to this one, so we'll knock the other one down. It was absolutely the worst. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, it was just so horribly done that it's painful.
Keep talking about how bad it is, please.
It's not hard to talk about how bad it is. It's really bad. There's video of it, and if you want to see how bad it is, show the video of it because it's painful. So this was one of the games that came with no, it didn't come with the Studio 2. You actually had to buy it separately. It's called 10-Pin Bowling, and
they make you buy it when they show it on the picture of the game.
I don't.
Or is that the cartridge one? I mean, that's the cartridge.
That's the cartridge one. 10-Pin Bowling. Yeah. But it is just miserable game. Again, like all things on the Studio 2, no scoring, no sound. Yeah, it's just a pretty ugly game. So that is. I don't think I've ever played a worse bowling game than this one. So I think this one's pretty much it when it comes to bad bowling. And not that there aren't other bad bowling games out there, but I think I truly feel.
I think it would be pretty easy considering the size of the ball.
Yeah.
Tom?
They made the ball that big, Rob, because there are no physics in the game, and you have to be able to kind of hit across all the pins. Yes, Patrick.
What other games were with that system?
Oh, there's a bunch of other games with that system, but they're all horrible.
Oh, okay.
No, the system was just an absolute piece of shite. But it's such a unique piece of shite. Okay, so this goes back down to my current project that I'm working on. You know, something can be so shitty that you kind of grow affectionate for it. So, but yeah, we know people like that.
Yeah, they listen to this show.
Yeah. So, but I do want I do want to talk about
viewership.
So, because the controller on here is so crappy on the Studio 2, Travis brought up a good point. I think that what makes one of the better bowling games on computer systems is ones that have the trackball. That makes such a difference in playing a bowling game.
It is fun with a trackball.
It just improves the gameplay so much.
You can technically play Atari bowling
yes,
with
you
a
can.
trackball.
You can actually. That's why I was wondering if you played it with the trackball or
I
not.
had not, but now I'm going to.
Yeah. You can Atari.
I thought about it.
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta get going. I got customers coming in.
All right. Have a good evening, sir. Bye.
Ready to join.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
Right.
Bye.
Yep, take it easy.
Yeah.
So So no. Again, he was at work.
Oh, yeah, he's at the bar.
I know, working. So, but again, the Atari. I never played with a trackball either. So I'm curious how to play with the trackball. I know you can. I just never have. I don't know about Atari trackball actually. I should get one.
Yeah, and what would be the motion forward? Because it's a side screen.
It's exactly the same. It plays exactly the same because right is right, left
Exactly
is left,
it.
no matter what you do with the trackball. I guess you could turn your trackball side by itself
I suppose you could. That's interesting.
if you wanted to.
Yeah, if you want to
Feel
get that
odd.
field, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but again, cool
I
stuff.
think they made one of those. They did the golf one, which is great. Why didn't they do a plug-and-play bowling with a spinner on it, with a trackball on it?
For which one?
You know how they got?
Oh, that's the golden cheese.
Yeah, golden
Oh,
tea. I got the
great.
golden tea, and that thing's great. Remember we both?
Oh yeah,
We
I
had
have the
two
golden-
of them.
I got the
We had
golden
two of them at MGC, and
Yeah.
both of them were being played at the same time. That's
Yeah.
how much people like them. Why not a bowling?
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, now I'm gonna have to look to see. Okay, so
Right,
Rob bringing
has
up
to
the
be.
point. Does if any of our listeners know, is there a handheld bowling with a trackball? Because that would be awesome, actually.
Yeah, plug and play.
Plug and play. Because of the Golden Tee one, and the Golden Tee plug and play is actually really good. If you don't have it and you find it like a rummage sale or something, pick it up. It's actually a really good plug and play.
Yeah,
probably
it
one
is
of,
one of the
probably
best.
one of the best plug and plays out there.
Version 1.
Yeah. All right. So Rob, what do you have for a bowling game?
All right, I'm gonna get going here with a. Here we go. This is actually one of my last choices, so.
Yeah, because everybody else took his first choices.
But
So.
that's okay, because Polar Bowler is freaking awesome. Don't
Polar
hear it.
Bowler?
It's a Christmas classic starring a polar bear, or actually later versions featured a number of different characters that you could play. Yeah,
So was
including a
this-
penguin.
Was this done as an answer to Elf Bowling? Was this kind
No,
of
not really.
It's
It's a 3D game. It's actually really good. It has a lot of it's got a lot of add-ins in it, like pickups and things like that. A lot like Atari Bowling, there's a little bit of steering involved in it as well, depending on your pickups and all other things. But what I really remember is, I know it doesn't look that amazing now, but the graphics at the time were actually pretty state of the art.
Yeah.
As you can see, that's running on Windows XP, which is its native thing. Sadly, most copies of Polar Bowler, which you can get at any resale shop, are 32-bit and will not run in modern versions of Windows. Sad to
Oh
say.
yeah.
So there is supposedly a 64-bit converted version out there. So if you can find it, it's probably worth your $5 to go pick it up. It's especially if you have kids. It's a great game. It really is.
All
It's
right.
a fun bowling game.
All right. I will have to
Bowling
find
game.
this one.
All right, it's time for the honorable mentions. I'm gonna throw one out real quick because I feel like it. Of course, there's Neo Bowling, which is a lot like Super
Yeah,
Bowling.
that's
but-
one of them. That's one of the three I was thinking about.
Yeah, it's a lot like Super Bowling to the point where sometimes I will take an element from one and carry it to the other, like
Yeah.
mentally in my head. However, Neo Bowling's always split screen.
Yeah.
But it's great because you can both play at the same time.
That is.
Hell yes! It's badass. It's a good game. I don't think it's actually other single player. It is not as good as Super Bowling, but as a 2-player game, it
Fair
exceeds
game,
it.
yeah.
It exceeds it. Yeah. So if you got a friend, if you don't have friends, you want to play Super Bowling, and if you got
If you
friends, you
have
want to play Neo
friends.
Bowling. Yeah.
The other one, very similar to think about, is Virtual Bowler. Which, again, the 90s, they just had, like, ridiculous ones where they had, like, the best, just, like, it's kind of like when you play the bowling alley and they've got all those ridiculous, like, strike and spare screens or for gutter
Oh
balls.
yeah, with the
I love those screens.
Yeah, those are great. And that's what I like about some of these, like, 90s ones, is, like, some of, like, the gutter ball or strike ones, they just have really, like, great, ridiculous, and, like, over-the-top animations.
What system was this
Those are
on?
pretty good.
What system was this
Yeah.
on? Is this Super
This
Nintendo?
one's an arcade one.
It's arcade. I have to check
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
out. I've never played this one.
That one looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ball
that,
falls on her head.
I know. I saw that. I love that. What was the name of this one again?
this is Virtual Bowling.
Okay.
I never even
It's
heard of it.
very similar to Super Bowling. It's just it is a little more over the top.
Yeah, look at how far forward, like when she swings back. Look at
Yeah, the
how
ball
long
hits
it
you in
is.
the
Yeah.
face type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that one.
All right. Anybody else got an honorable mention they want to do?
I had for one of the coolest arcade cabinets, the Rockin' Bolorama, and I'll put a picture up.
All right. Rockin' Bolorama.
Rockin' Bowler.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest cabinets for bowling. It's like this whole retro 50s feel.
That is awesome.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah!
awesome!
Okay, that is pretty awesome.
Wow, is that a current one?
And cup holders.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
meant to look like your ball return at a
Okay, I don't buy arcade machines, but I'd buy that one.
I would.
If I saw that one.
Yeah, if I saw that one, I would pick it
I'd
up.
buy it.
So now that's a current one, Larry?
Yeah.
That's current gen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that is really awesome looking. Holy crap! I mean that's just a sweet looking system.
And then
Who makes that one?
Got it listed. Let's see, from Primetime Amusements.
Okay, so I have not.
The manufacturer is Namco Bandai Games.
Yeah.
Okay,
you do
all right,
agree,
yeah.
right? Yeah. They're great though.
That's a really cool system.
And coming in at 320 pounds.
I bet that's a steel base on that baby.
Big boy.
Are we gonna get that into the basement?
No. No, you probably could.
Backyard?
It doesn't look that. It doesn't look that wide.
Yeah, it's 350 pounds, man. That's a heavy stuff.
That's not that heavy. We move heavier than that, but that is heavy for a machine. That's a heavy machine. That's got to be a
Yeah.
steel base.
I really like the looks of that. one.
I really like the looks of that one too.
I like the cut of its gym. Let's see that.
All right. Anybody else got? Oh wait, Larry's got another honorable mention.
Then in the arcade, of course, there's the very, very classic machines. There's many different variants, but my favorites are the ones where you actually use a ball. Maybe it's got a pressure plate for the pins to flip up, but you still use a ball to actually throw them down.
That's a tiny picture.
Those I think are a lot of fun. One of the best ones I've seen was at Disney Quest. I don't know what they did with the machine, but the pins were actually suspended they were real
By
big
strings.
duck pins, and they were suspended by ropes.
I remember that machine. That was a cool machine, Larry.
Did they used to have
Yeah.
one of the bars like on?
No, they actually have a tiny, what's called a tiny bowling alley.
A bar machine did have one.
No, it's not a machine. They actually have a small bowling alley, a small pin alley. It's called the Rhino Bar on North Main. They still have that alley.
Actual bowling alley. It's just so old. They do Kankakee bowling in it now, and they only set up 5 pins because. Well, nobody wants to set up all the pins because you have to manually set everything up.
Right, but they're small pins. It's a what do they call the name of that kind of bowling? We use the smaller pins.
Euro bowling.
No, it's like 10 pin or something like that. It's got a
I remember because there was a bowling game that was based on it.
yeah. It's
No, I mean like a video game that was based on
I
it.
gotta look it up now.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
Yeah.
I have seen the ones with where you throw the ball down and there's a pressure plate and they go on. The one where they're on where it's actually suspending them from rope. I don't see that one really.
I think it was the old Chuck's Tap. Used to have it. Chuck's
The one with rope.
Yeah, Chuck's Tap. I think it was named back in the 80s. That was like forever ago.
Yeah,
yeah, it was in the 80s. And it was old then. That machine was old.
Yeah, I mean, almost all these are pretty old. You can get a new like Walmart has this version here. I can't believe it would be very good, but I'll put a picture of it. And it actually uses a ball. I think they're just plastic.
Walmart
balls.
has it.
Yeah, you can buy this at Walmart.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good that would be.
Yeah, that's kind of my feeling on it.
Real quick,
You know?
How
Rhino
Bar
Bar has what's called duck pin bowling.
Duck pin.
So there is actually a name for that.
Which rhymes with.
The ball's tiny. It fits in your hand. It's not like a big bowling ball, and the pins are tiny.
Huh.
But it's like a full. It's not a full size alley. It's a shorter alley, but it's called duck pin bowling. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, no, I don't think like all those new machines. They're not made like the old machines are, Larry.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's like what, some cardboard on top of plastic?
Yeah,
Or some sticker on top of?
Yeah, probably
Vinyl on
sticker.
top of? I wish that they would. I'd be willing to pay a little bit more if they'd even just put like a thin veneer on there of wood, actual wood,
Yeah.
and then just buffer up the construction a little bit. I don't know. I'd have to see it in person to say for sure. Though.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
bet
pick
it
on it
is.
too bad without having played it.
How bad it is. All right.
But
Okay.
it doesn't look amazing.
Rob, you have an honorable mention. You really need to show there.
Yeah, I guess I'll
You
do
do.
the honorable mention.
You need
I
to
bet
show your
this one
honorable
is
mention.
Gene
I know what
Chapman
yours is. You need to show yours.
And this one's by this one is by Tomy.
Now here's a bowling game.
There's a bowling game. That's Strolling Bowling, which is one I used to love when I was a kid. I think my cousin had this, and that's how it got really big with me. And then my parents got it for me at some point for birthday.
And by the way, it was the prize that the loser received on the bowling game.
Did they really?
No.
That's believable.
They got a box of Jay's potato chips.
No,
Schultz's.
Schultz's potato chips.
Strolling Bowling was the first prize. But the bowling game. I forgot all about that too. Anyway, Strolling Bowling, you wound up the bowling ball. And then, and then you would go down the lane with your wound up bowling ball, and it would toddle. I guess that's the best word for it. Toddle down the lane and hit pins. It was great. It was a good fun game. This kid here, however, looks like he's having the most fun ever. Look at that picture.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
It's awesome!
That kid is happy. I kind of want that game. We should do that. That's another thing we could do at an
LMGC.
event.
Yeah, an
big
event,
ass
yeah.
bowling. Not the little kids,
I mean-
though, just drunk men.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the kids.
I
out
did
there.
have this. Good old frisbee bowling.
Hey, that's genius. Did that come out around the time when frisbee golf was popular?
Yep.
What
Sounds
the
like something.
fuck?
It looks like some medieval weapon.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the hell. Yeah. So these are the kind of games you design when you're really drunk. Okay.
It looks like. Doesn't it look like some cut rate adventure movie would have that?
Yeah. You know, these are like the pins.
I claim you.
Here's a little closer look at the
I
people
claim
now.
Pinnacles for my. Yeah. And you shall all be slain. The ball people.
The ball people. All right.
Alright.
Anybody else got something they want to? Wow, that's a really weird, dude.
That is
Actually,
really
no,
bad.
that
Kind of want to play it, to be honest.
Odd Job would do in practice in 007.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, that's yeah.
That actually, I kind of want to play. Hate to say, I bet I
It
could
was
get it
actually
cheap off of
pretty
eBay.
fun.
Yeah, I bet I could get it cheap off of eBay.
I'm
You wanted to put it up against the wall or something though, because you didn't want to constantly chase down the frisbee.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine if I went in the field behind the house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
you'd never find the
We'd
damn.
send Larry back there. He'd just go out to the he'd
Like,
go to the
God.
liquor store behind there, find him on the other side of the field.
All right. Anybody else got an honorable mention they want to toss out?
How about actual bowling?
Oh, does anybody? Okay, I have to ask. So when I was in school, you could take a gym class, bowling.
Yeah,
Me as well. Park, though, that's a Park thing, wasn't it?
No.
Because Park was right by one.
Yeah, the hillside. But McKinley had bowling too. Of course,
Oh, really?
McKinley's not
Yeah,
further from
yeah,
the
Starbucks didn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 'cause-
not as far as I know.
Well, yeah, because I suppose you couldn't get to a bowling alley. McKinley and Park could walk to the closest bowling
I
alley.
bet that's probably why.
Yeah.
We had bowling.
Yeah, so we had bowling
Which
classes.
is way better than
So, in all honesty, I gotta say, bowling in gym class was kind of fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. We'd smoke a cigarette on the way out
Exactly
there.
it.
And somebody would always have a bottle. and
That's
you'd just
it.
take the
You'd
bottle.
stop, have a cigarette. Well, you always stop down at, what do we call it? What was the liquor store there again? On the corner, right? on the
Oh,
way.
jeez.
That was literally on the way to the bowling alley.
It was. What was the name of it? It's closed now.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
completely shut down.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Well, they kept selling to minors.
I know.
all the time.
You ever try to intramural bowling in high school?
Yeah,
Well, like everybody in Racine, like if you were when you were a teenager,
well,
everybody's
there were three blocks from a high school, okay?
And they were selling booze to minors, so yeah.
All right.
Good times.
Good times. Okay, so this has been an exciting episode about bowling, because bowling is exciting. And if you want to watch a good movie about bowling, Just polish your balls.
Yep. One-handed. Woody Harrelson.
I know.
God, here.
Woody Harrelson is the best.
Is the best in that
They have
movie.
machines for that now.
What, polishing your balls?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
By the way, the film is called Kingpin, and it is so well worth watching.
It is well
It
worth
is one of
watching.
the probably one of the, well, clearly the best bowling film because
I don't know. No,
one of the
wait a
best
minute.
damn.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna put out Mystery Men for.
I don't know.
It's not a bowling
It's
movie.
only on the
It's
app.
not a bowling movie. But in
Yeah.
all honesty, I love the
It's
bowler.
okay.
I love the bowler in that one.
It's pretty good.
She's pretty. She's got anger issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and daddy issues, and a whole other bunch of stuff going on. So yeah.
But you know, Kingpin has everything.
Big
It has Woody Harrelson. Which is
Big Lebowski.
amazing.
There's another good bowling movie. Okay.
Holy crud!
See, yeah, we're tossing them out now.
Oh, wait.
There's Elf Bowling movie.
There's what?
Elf Bowling movie.
Yeah, well, we already talked about that.
Which is the king of them, and I cannot believe we haven't watched
I
this.
still had to remind everybody that existed.
Appreciate it. That's
There was a reality before this where you knew this didn't exist, which is great.
Yeah, thanks for ruining that reality there.
What are we 6 months away from?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brown Liquor Christmas, roughly.
Yeah, 6 months
Yeah.
away from Brown Liquor Christmas, son. Oh my God! What
Yeah.
the hell, Patrick?
Wow.
That's,
Okay.
that's some messed up stuff right there.
They had actually talked about that with the Big Lebowski, the character Jesus in that, you know, the bowler Jesus in the Big
Yeah.
Lebowski, having a whole movie basically.
I didn't.
There had been rumors of that.
Is it just him cleaning his balls?
Could be. Could be.
But
All right, Rob, why don't you take us out of this mess before we go too much further down?
all right. Well, this is every episode. I gotta get the logo back in here. I gotta get the logo back in. But anyway, this one, as always, is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joy of racing without.
The rubber hot dogs.
Darn right. No rubber hot dogs unless you really want one, because then you can make it yourself. And
I was just eating a hot dog. What the hell?
Well, see, there you go. You were channeling your inner Lionheart.
Yep. Bring that Lionheart Racing. By the way, if you want to check out some racing, go. This is stuff they race live, so you can.
When is the next race? by
You
the
watch
way?
this on YouTube. We don't have the poster right now.
Oh, we need to get an
Yeah.
updated poster.
But you can like go to www.guysgamesandbeer.net
and look right there.
Yeah, top
right there.
right hand side of the screen. There is a Lionheart Racing shortcut, and you can just go right there and watch yourself some racing right away. It's amazing. What? I gotta not read the commentary.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, anyway, next. Wait, you want to watch Guys, Games, and Beer live? You're sick of getting it stale and old? Well, every Tuesday, 6:15, CST. We'll either be there or soon be there. www.youtube.com/Guys, Games, and Beer. And then Facebook. www.facebook.com/Guys, Games, and Beer. Of course, we also are sitting there on Discord. You can chat in. You can chat in with everybody and say your fill and post horrible pictures. Just horrible pictures. That's in our Discord. You can get there from www.guysgamesandbeer.net, and it's also on the top right-hand corner of the screen where all the interesting links are.
Hey, so what did we do yesterday?
George says there's a race this Thursday.
All right,
George.
Thank you, George. So this Thursday, if you want to watch a live race, there is a live race Thursday.
Without rubber hot dogs, unless you want to make them that way. And by the way, we can provide you a recipe if you want like racetrack like rubber hot dogs.
It's
The
really
real
easy.
trick is to boil them for about a day.
Yeah, at least a day. At least a day.
At least if you have one of the hot dog rollers, you can actually do it by leaving it on the hot dog roller for a day.
Yeah, yeah.
But otherwise, if you boil them long enough, they'll give you that hard skin that you're used to.
Yeah. That doesn't
At the
exactly.
racetrack.
So you know how a good hot dog kind of has that crisp skin. No, this skin's like rubber and stretches when you bend it.
And then
That's when you know the hot dog is done.
And then for a condiment, what you do is you buy Grey Poupon Dijon mustard, and then you just open that up and empty it all out. Just pour that all out, and then go find like just dirt and pour it in there, and then you pour that on your hot dog with some of the Dijon in there,
Right.
with what's left in the in
So
there.
it's got a little Dijon
yeah,
flavor.
and then you can have that real racetrack flavor.
Perfect.
Oh, and run it over.
Yeah.
Run your car.
So yesterday, for those of you who were not in Discord, we gave away some games yesterday in Discord.
Yeah,
I mean,
some
we
nice
gave away
games.
some good games in Discord yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, Guys Games and Beer, we give away games like all the time, like all
It's
the
a true
time.
story.
It is a true story. So that being said, tomorrow, how many games are we giving away tomorrow, Rob?
No, let's do 3.
All right, we're giving away 3 games tomorrow. So we'll give away 3 different games, 3 different of our social media platforms. So you got to keep an eye on all of them. You got to keep an eye on Rob.
What? YouTube? www.youtube.com/guysgamesandbeer.
Yep, we give away games there.
How about Twitter?
We give away games on Twitter.
We can tweet one away at Guys Games Beer. Notice that there's no "and" there.
Where else might we give
Cheap
away a game, Rob?
bastards. Cheap bastard. Well, there's Discord.
Yeah, we gave away 3 in Discord.
In
yesterday.
Discord. And every once in a while, I'm like, hey, do these keys work that we got like 4 years ago from the developer?
And yeah,
And I dump them right out on Discord just because I'm like
And
way
they-
too lazy.
and they do work.
And
So
half the time they work.
yeah. So keep an eye open tomorrow. We'll be giving away some more games tomorrow.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, we got nothing coming up. Hopefully you guys got to watch Beer Court. You know how long it's been since we've all been together at Beer Court?
We did a double ender
We
beer
did a
court.
double at a Beer Court. And if you haven't seen the sexy Beer Court yet, watch the sexy Beer Court. Ooh,
Pretty
yeah.
sexy, plus that cover I think is pretty good with the Xenex double ender.
I know.
You
I know.
Atari folks will get that joke.
Yes, you will.
Pretty sexy. Alright, speaking of sexy, we're out of here. I want to thank you guys very much for watching Guys, Games, and Beer. Yeah, that requires some real frickin' fortitude. And we're really proud of you guys for making it through another episode.
Okay, we
We really should get a post-roll version of this, because
yeah.
it sounds just like the pre-roll.
That would be a good idea.
Why is it cut out there? I don't. You know,
Yeah, because
I'm gonna
it's funny
delete it
when
and
you
re-download
when
it.
you edit it, when you put it on an edited one, it doesn't. Okay,
Yeah, it's really
we're
weird.
not broadcasting audio anymore.
We are. Hold
Okay,
on.
kill the audio for me if you would, please, guys.